I am a 21-year-old Bulgarian tour guide who accompanies groups to Sicily. On a recent trip, I had one woman traveling alone in her mid-30s who kept oversleeping. I make sure everyone knows the departure times the day before on the bus. They all have my phone number so they can call if they forget. And I hand out printed itineraries from the travel agency with the schedule and departure times clearly listed. On the first day, we had a day trip to Etna and Taormina that left at 8 in the morning. Everyone was on time except that one woman who arrived 10 minutes late. I excused it and then used the microphone to tell the whole bus that I do not tolerate lateness beyond 15 minutes except for real emergencies, and that people must always call me if they are running late. The next day, she was late again, this time by 25 minutes. I called her twice and there was no answer. We were about to leave without her when the hotel receptionist asked me a question about the rooming list, which earned her a few extra minutes and allowed her to run out and get on the bus. I reminded everyone again that I would not be waiting for late tourists in the morning and that waking up on time is their responsibility. That evening, she asked me if I could make sure to wake her up on time. I told her a third time that I was not responsible for waking guests. I said everyone gets an itinerary with departure times and that I announce things the day before. She kept insisting, asking me to knock on her door if she was not out by 8:15. I repeated that I could not do that for everyone and urged her to set an alarm. On the day we were visiting Syracuse, she did not show up. I waited 15 minutes after the scheduled departure time, called her twice with no answer, and then left with the bus and the rest of the group. About an hour later, she called in a panic asking where we were. I explained calmly what had happened. She became furious, saying I had one job and that I had cheated her out of the money she paid for that day trip. Afterwards, she told other members of the group that I had abandoned her, called my agency, and left a negative review about me. I felt frustrated because I had given multiple warnings, provided clear information, and offered the contact details and printed schedule that make responsibility clear. I also spoke to my manager about the complaint. He told me he had deleted the review from the agency email as soon as he read it and supported me, which was a relief.